what are some common misconceptions rappers may have about common misconceptions about how to get on, how to get with a label? You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of misinformation out there. Was there some common things that you guys see them coming at you with?
I think just getting a record on the radio. I think just they think that's it, and it's a lot more work, a lot more grind work, a lot of social media and all that. I think they miss that.
Okay. Rob, is there a magic number, let's say, for artists in this home market that they may reach that improves the chances from a label to say, hey, we're paying attention to you?
Well, labels will look at it really according to the BDS. If the BDS, they're seeing that the station added the record, but in all actuality, it's a lot of times it's bigger than radio. It's about the street buzz, in regards to colleges and clubs and radio. Just everybody supporting the record and the artists having a movement. Like you have all these artists like even if it's randomly, Atlanta, you have the Futures of the World, the 2 Chainz, which, their buzz in the streets is ridiculous, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than radio. It's definitely bigger than radio. Radio is not as important as it used to be.
That's crazy to say that. I think that's a big statement to say that radio isn't as important. To what degree does radio still play a part in an artist's success?
It validates all the other hard work.
Yeah.
Like the social media and all that, like all the groundwork, it validates that.
It's definitely more about the street buzz now, because I think radio, no disrespect to y'all, but groupies, what's going on out there.
You know what?
And I think it follows the trends, what's hot.
I think it's more like it's like a random example. We're working on like an artist / group by the name of ASAP Rocky Man. And there's, he's been on tour. Besides, whatever, Drake co-signed him or whatever. Like, I've never really seen this guy perform. Never seen him perform. He's been on the road for like 12 days already. I did 4 days in a row with him. Every show is sold out. Like 1,000+ kids singing, going crazy. Not even singing, going crazy for every song. Is amazing, and that has nothing to do with radio. Right. Nothing to do with radio at all. That's the media. That's the blogs. That's the blogs.
So the blogs is the street buzz.
In the streets and
the combination of those, the marketing that guys are using. I think the guys that are winning now are getting more creative marketing wise. Like they're using the online websites. They're still using the street.
So I guess the next question is from a label perspective, how is the change in the music game from say like the 90s and in the early 2000s to where we're at now with social media being so heavy, and a lot of these artists can just tour off of blog buzz. I call it blog buzz because you might not hear them in the streets like that, but they getting all these bloggers to talk about them. How has that made labels kind of look at how they either pick up an artist or made them feel when certain artists be like, I don't need y'all, and forego them?
I mean, I think because labels don't have the type of money that they used to, social media's kind of helped out in that way. They used to help develop these artists and build them. That's where A&R came from.
Well, is that, it seemed to have gone, for some time it seemed that A&R and developing artists went away. Is it coming back now?
I don't see that.
Okay.
I see.
So you need artists to come kind of ready, packaged up, polished up. You already got you, and we're just gonna stamp you and send you off.
It's less money. It's less money to develop them. It's less money to put them on the road. And if we can put them on the road like ASAP has his own thing going,
just tag into it.
We just tag into it.
Because we gotta, we have to keep in mind, and this is for all these, all these unsigned artists. Like, you guys are going against Drake, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Usher, Common, the Kanye's, Jay-Z's, etc. And it's like,
radio. And it's only 30 slots.
Yeah, exactly. And it's only 30 slots, and like nowadays, programming, like corporations, like they want to make sure that pretty much every record they put in rotation, researchers in it. They really don't want to play nothing unfamiliar. Because they're afraid, that let's say just randomly New York City, there's two let's say hip hop / R&B stations. You don't want you don't want me as a listener, as a consumer, to go to one channel and hear Kanye West, and then flip to the other channel and have an unknown artist. Oh, I don't like this. I'm just gonna go back to the station just playing Kanye.
So are you
West.
suggesting that artists actually make songs geared towards radio?
Well, no, not really. I'm not saying that, but just make good music. Good music is there's plenty of artists out there, like even
Timeless music or gimmick music. There's a difference. And I know what sells. I know what pops.
It's depending
what's more
on
important?
it's depending on what type of artist you are, because you're like once again and not
But,
not,
I mean,
not-
the reason
no,
why
but listen, but it's not. I'm not trying to promote like it's one of my artists. Like you have my artist ASAP Rocky is barely getting record played on the radio station right now, but in the streets. In the viral world, he's
winning.
he's
Champagne is
crazy.
crazy.
Like
A$AP is crazy.
for you not to have a record on radio and be able to sell out everywhere you go, 1,000+ people, like it's crazy.
Touring is the most important thing now. I think getting on the road, getting in front of people, getting that instant reaction is more of what the game is coming to. It's like rock and roll now. Like you got to get on the road, you got to get in front of people, you got to perform. The people got to feel you. They got to feel like you're their best friend. They got to feel like you're their superhero. They got to feel like you're the guy that they could cheer for. It's not about radio. Like, it's not about online helps, but it's really about
They gotta
that
feel
tour.
like they know you.
Yeah,
They gotta
it's
feel
really
like they
about
know
that
you.
tour.
You gotta have that connection.
And one more thing, just because you're signed, doesn't mean that your grind stops.
I think
That's
where it starts, really.
that's a
where it
problem.
starts.
That's a problem with a lot of these artists. They think, oh, I just got signed. The label's gonna take care of me. No, you still got to go up to your DJs, whoever that can help you out in this music industry to make sure your record pops.
That right
Yo,
there.
I got a question,
What's up?
and this comes from somebody who has dedicated the last 3 years of his radio career to helping independent artists get to that point.
You talking about yourself?
Yes, I'm talking about myself as a
That
DJ,
album.
as a radio personality.
Tell me.
That's what I've decided to dedicate myself to when it comes to artists. But I do notice that there are a lot of artists who actually pride themselves on being independent. So just honestly, just give me an honest answer for all the artists out there that are listening. Is it more beneficial career-wise to remain independent, sign to an independent label, or would it be more beneficial to actually sign to a big label with a bigger distribution company?
I feel dollars and cents. Dollars and cents. You want to stay independent. As you put it out, you make your money. It's all you.
Now
But-
here's another.
But
Here's another question that might be a dream crusher. Hold on, go ahead.
Chris, go ahead.
But I think it depends what your situation is. Like
Right.
if you have the money to back your label situation, like my guy that's with Wiz Khalifa, what's the guy's name?
I think Tech Nine is a perfect example. Right?
Yeah,
Tech
Tech
Nine.
Nine.
He's been
Yeah.
touring
Tech
for
Nine.
years.
What's the other guy? Who was time with Wiz?
Wiz?
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if you have your own situation and you have your
Like a
crew
cult
around,
following.
not even a cult, but you gotta have people that's able to work. Like
Right.
you got people that can work radio. You have relationships here. Like then it's okay for you to do it. But if you don't really have that structure around you, then you have to go to
You
the
need that-
label.
right.
You need that push. So it's different for everybody. But it definitely can win. And like he said, the money makes sense to do it
All right.
independently.
But I understand we're talking about dollars and cents, but let's talk about creativity just for 1 second. How much of that does an artist have to sacrifice once he actually puts his name on the dotted line?
Go ahead, A&R.
Shots fired.
And the music stopped on
fired.
my phone.
That was classic radio. Shot fired.
Yo, you know what though?
Bang bang. Bang bang.
Something creatively?
Yeah, creatively, I look at it for two responsibilities. Not two responsibilities, wrong word. But I look at it two situations because I work in a label and work as a manager. It's the deal that you sign,
Right.
whether you give up creativity
That's how
and
you work.
who you sign to.
That's how you work the situation out.
Where how
Right.
you work that situation out. Like I
Being
manage.
forced to work with people you don't want to work with,
Right.
artists you don't believe in.
Yeah,
It's part
all-
of the game, right?
Yeah, it's part of the game. It's all about who you sign with and what you put on that paper. Like I manage Red Cafe, he has full creative control. Puff Daddy usually has full creative control over everybody. But before we did that, we was like, no. Like, we need equal involvement in
Good
that.
move.
Smart.
Absolutely.
Smart. That's what's up, man. Yo, it's DJ Moondog Timbo 2 Go Radio. Yo, we want to big up and
Yes,
thank
sir.
so Chris Green, Norris John, and Puerto Rico Rob.
Funny looking dudes, man.
For taking the time out for coming up here and sharing their knowledge and insight into some of how how the music game works right now to Chicago independent artists. I know they're gonna appreciate this.
Would be to perfect my craft, to enhance my talent and ability. The next step would be to create opportunities, find someone who could help me create opportunities, which would be Jason Jeter in my case. Third step would be find yourself or put yourself in the place of opportunity, which in my case would be the studio where I met KP and the rest of the members of PA. After that, you must maximize on your opportunities, which would mean, in my case, when KP expressed interest in signing me, rising to the occasion, and and I guess exceeding expectations, musically. After that, I guess from there it's just staying hot and working hard. I dealt with rejection several times, man. You know what I'm saying? From the time I started rapping to the time I went platinum. People. I'm one of those artists that no one ever actually believes is going to do as well as he does until he does it. Some people you think automatically, oh well, yeah, that's so and so. He's gonna do enormous numbers. But with me, it's always, nah, he ain't gonna do that much. Then when I do it, what? He did? I can't believe it. So yeah, I've always been a believe it when I see it type of artist. People never believe my success until they see it. 5, 6 rides with rims and a body kick. You ain't gotta downgrade. You can get. I have to say Jason Jeter. I have to say KP. I have to say DJ Toon. My cousin Toot, who's dead right now, God rest his soul. I have to say my partners Doug, C-Rod, the rest of the PSC. Let me see here. Then, what I'm saying, beyond my first album, I'd also have to say the people at Atlantic, James Lopez, Sydney, Craig Calman, so on and so forth. I guess I was about 11 years old. That's when I wanted to do it. When I was 11, 12, and Criss Cross came out, I was like, well, if they can do it, and they not even writing their own raps, I know I can do it. And so, I guess that's what shed a little bit of light, on my situation and showed me that there was an opportunity out there for me. In your life, that's right. I want your body, need your body. How do you know who to trust within your camp? Because, they the same people that I've been around for years. If you got people who just came around because of your success, then you have that question. But if people have been around from day one, then it's kind of easy. It's easier to entrust them with, with things that, that you've already been entrusting them with before you became T.I. Leo, Kevin Liles, Puff. I suppose I could say Jay-Z. Everybody who has reached a certain level of success, whether they are aware of it or not, they have, they've helped me in some way or another, whether they've showed me what to do or what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So I've taken something from everyone's legacy and applied it to my own. I think that the importance, I think they're mandatory, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you can actually be the absolute best artist that you can be without hard work, dedication, and discipline. You're gonna have to work hard to get you where you want to be. You're gonna have to be determined as well, and you're gonna have to be disciplined in order to reap the benefits. Get it, my dear, $5 million home drop business, I swear. Yeah, You can't always rely on natural ability and raw talent. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to put the work in to support that talent in order to make it manifest and cultivate it into, you know what I'm saying, what you see here today. What sets me apart? See, I actually own my publishing. Nah, I'm joking, but I do though. I'm actually involved in my business, I think, you know what I'm saying? Some artists, man, they just rappers and that's it. You put a mic in their hand, you take a picture of them, put it on the CD cover, you sell it, give them what you want them to have, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually involved in my business, you know, from the most major to the most minute of decisions, unless I decide that I don't need to be involved in that and I delegate someone else to, you know, that responsibility. You know, a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, they in it for the fame. They in it for the fame and the glitz and the glamour. You know what I'm saying? They want to grace the covers of magazines and, you know, hop in and out of fancy rented cars. And, you know what I'm saying? They're not concerned with, you know, deadlines or, you know, having your production deals, or what goes into getting your production deals the way you need them in order to, you know, actually have equity in your own projects. You know, like my joint venture situation is something that I think separates me from a lot of other artists. I launched Grand Hustle along with Jason Jeter and the rest of the members of Grand Hustle by seeing that we were the only ones who really believed that we had an opportunity to be what we are today. And, you know, we put our money where our mouth was. Started utilizing our relationships and just, you know, creating opportunities. That's a good question. Well, Leo Cohen told me don't dust off no bums. That's the best piece that came to mind, you know, thus far. I guess traveling the country, man, in those in that conversion van, playing Madden with my partners, and just, you know, creating awareness, spreading the word, shaking hands, one city at a time, one hood at a time, doing our thing, you know. I think that's probably my most memorable moment.